usually whichever character I'm more familiar with. Anyway, let's check out some Third Strike. How about the Versus Grand Championship Season 3 Champions Carnival? This one is kind of long. In fact, you might say it's an hour 43 minutes. And it's not loading. There it goes. It's a team tournament. No. Oh, it's one of these tournaments. Everyone has 3 characters. But now, Tominaga. Who are your top 5 most wanted characters? I get that question a lot, and I'm ready for an answer. I want Aura, Necro, Urien, Vega, and Elena. That's my top 5. Maybe not in that order. My order is probably... there. That's most the least wanted. Although that's top 5, so like that's my 5th most wanted character. It's not like fucking I made it sound like least wanted, like I don't want it. Necro is cool. Necro is a very unique playstyle that is absent in games like Street Fighter 4 and Cross Tekken. And that's a damn shame, because he is very neat. I feel like they should maintain unique playstyles. I feel like that's the thing that they should chase after. That's the thing that they want. And that's why I think like Evil Ryu is kind of gay as a character design. Is although he is kind of neat as a character, fucking he's not a unique playstyle. Whereas if they added Sodom, Sodom is very unique. There are very few characters like Sodom. You should do the latter already. You should already play a character to know how to deal them. That's like a good habit. So the way this tournament works is you can pick 3 characters as the characters that you're going to play through the tournament. You can't pick the same character repeatedly. And the one exception is if you pick a character, you can change supers with your character based on the matchup, but you can pick 2 of the same character as long as you lock yourselves into supers and they count as a different character. So like for example, Tominaga apparently only knows Makoto, or at least his Makoto is dramatically better than all his other characters. So for his 3 characters, he has selected Makoto with all 3 of her supers. Right now he is using Super 3 Makoto. This is kind of a creative idea because it does encourage people to use supers that suck. And it also shows you like fucking pro characters, other characters. Like we all know fucking Vanao's Ryu pretty well, but we don't get to see that much of his aura. And his aura is really good. And we almost never see his Chun-Li. No quick stand equals instant dizzy. Even if she got the parry timing right, she had to deal with a mix-up, but it probably wouldn't have dizzied, it probably just would have been bad. Makoto's damage goes up quite a lot, but she cannot block. If her damage went up and that was that, it would probably be a pretty good super and people would probably pick it. Elena is vaguely hard in Street Fighter 4, but not as hard as most people think she is. She's less reliant on one-frame links than people think. She has one really useful one-frame link, and that's crouch jab to crouch strong. Most other stuff is 2 frames. Like EXD PF is 2 frames. Hard mallet smash into crouch strong is 2 frames. EX mallet smash into crouch jab is 2 frames. I like Vega. I like playing as him. I think Vega is cool for storyline reasons. I think he's fun for gameplay reasons. I like poking characters. You can just tell from my fucking five characters that I like poking. Aura pokes, Elena pokes, Vega pokes, Necro pokes, Urien pokes a little bit. I picked literally 5 poking characters. That's alright. They're still going to be Makotos. Tominaga is strong. So now he's picking Super 1. Toward short. That's in Street Fighter 4, but it's almost never useful because it's outclassed in the corner by other options she has, such as Fukiyage. Kyle has a decent chance of making it in. Or maybe Remy, perhaps. Reversal Tatsus. He's trying to catch a Karakusa. This is going to be bad. Nice jump. He guessed right. Oro literally only has two components. Oro can poke, and he can juggle. There is no middle ground. There are attacks with almost no damage potential and attacks with near infinite damage potential. I beat Eternal Darkness. All of the replays will be on YouTube shortly. Yeah, that's the thing, is Nash plays nothing like Gal, so Nash being in the game doesn't actually hurt Gal's chances that badly. If anything, Gal could be in the game to have storyline presence with Nash. I feel like Gal's chances are pretty good. But if Remy and Gal are competing for a spot, I feel like, I don't think that both of them will be in it. So it just depends on what the Capcom devs want to do. I do like Remy. He's probably number 6 in my top 5. Maybe you know what I mean? Nice. Ran Stamranos Dizzies. No, it doesn't. I was wrong. It doesn't matter. Yeah, smart. So Taminaga was afraid of empty jump, or I shouldn't say empty jump, jump in stomp, which hits very delayed and is an overhead. And what Fanao did was an empty jump into low forward into command grab, which is a true mix-up with the thing that I just mentioned, and also Dizzies. Unsafe on block, though. I hope they bring Sodom back. I like Sodom. He's unique playstyle, too. Ooh, ouch. That was a bad reversal. He was probably canceling it to super, but Makoto can just punish that. She can just do, like, low strong or light dash punch, Hayate. Makoto gets a little bit... Ooh, that was a car throw. Neat. Cross up unblockable off a neutral throw because she didn't quick stand. The loop with Makoto is extremely stupid. But now seems to know it, though. You have to use a jab ball and then 3 dashes. Makoto has the slowest wake up in the game. Oh. And also bounces off medium and hard fireballs twice. That kills. Not kills, but like that combos. I like to use the word kill. If I were... I was going to say if I was him, I would do a light fireball into a super. But he threw an EX fireball. That's fine. Ken has a near 100% chance of making it in. Ken has, as of yet, not been absent for a Street Fighter game, barring crossovers. I will play Oro even if he is Dan tier. I will play Oro religiously. I will play him almost... I probably won't even play other characters that much if Oro's in the game. I'd rather Oro was in the game and was Dan tier than Oro wasn't in the game. I would prefer if he wasn't radically different. But I would play him even if he was radically different. Actually, I can't promise that. If he's radically different, I might not play him because it's the playstyle I like, not the character. Although the character is fine, I guess. Super. Did he fuck up the wake-up timing? Nope. He was a little late. Nice! No conversion there. He had to do Samurai House. Okay. That didn't combo, but whatever. That could make Arcus, I think. Ugh. Oh, that combo! That you interrupt. Yeah, crouch medium kick. There you go. But I was dead. There's definitely been some aging, but not a huge amount. Remember, Ryu was like low 20s in Street Fighter 4. He probably wouldn't look that different even if 10 years passed. Mimura and Kuni. This is good. I like these players. Mimura's 3 characters, though. Kuni's 3 characters, though. I would not have picked Remy against the starting... The first pick might be blind. Remy against the starting Yang is not so good. Yang's dizzy output is pretty nice, and fucking he has a dive kick to help navigate the footsies. And he's also very small. Yeah, I would think this would be a bad matchup for Remy. I'd rather fight this as like Ken. Ken either goes 5-5 with Yang or beats him. I'm not sure which. But he definitely doesn't lose. Because Ken goes 5-5 with like Yan. Huh. That was probably supposed to be linked to Super, but he missed the link. Flash kick. Requires a car on twins, I guess. Requires a car on Aura. Aura is similarly sized. Aura is actually slightly bigger than the twins in juggles. Slightly smaller when crouching. And I think the same size when standing. You should jump medium kick, that was cool. I was going to suggest that Epsilon. Actually, Bison could have a faster aging than other characters. We know that the body he has is a clone body. It's his original body. Or, I don't know if it's original. But his body definitely was destroyed at the end of ST. That's like canon. Akuma Raging Demon him and he died. Bison has died at least once. Twice, actually, because he died in Alpha 3 as well. Every single character's ending involves Bison getting killed. Yeah, he went to a matchup that I would much prefer. So it's probably like blind pick first character, then Pokemon style. We don't know what Bison is. Bison might not, like the initial Bison in the games might not be a fucking... It might not have just been a normal guy. We don't know how long he's been around. He could have been around for eons. I said this at one point, but Bison is really more of a concept than a fucking person. Whoa, that's a weird wake-up option. One hit hard DP into super. You get the same thing off just doing wake-up super. Not really. Because hard punch DP gives the opponent more time to like hit a button. Super freeze like interrupt stuff. Meaty crouch, medium kick into walk forward, medium kick. It's pretty dope. Even up to like 4 EX Rekkas you're safe in this game. It's completely stupid how Rekkas work. Like I think 2 Rekkas is safe on a bunch of characters. She's not a person possessed. Yeah, I guess she is a person possessed by his good side. Rose is the goodness of Bison's heart, which he had surgically removed. So Bison is at least as old as Rose is. Probably older. Probably much older. Considering Rose looks like she's probably in her 30s. Dang. Ken missed that throw by a lot. What are people anti-airing with Nash? He has an anti-air. It's like low strong or something. He like kind of sticks his arm up. It's like a little V-bend in his arm. It looks like, I can't think of a normal it looks like. One of the cross-stacking characters had a low strong that looks similar. Maybe like Law, I forget. I think the Rugal kicks aren't invincible. I took a break to eat some M&Ms. That was a pretty good round. What is Aura's first super and why does it never see the light of day? Oro activate. Oro has 2 supers for every super because EX supers. One of them is a very slow command grab that is fully invincible until after it resolves, and also has pretty good range. You can anti-air with it, but it's incredibly precise. And you can also combo into it from cancelled crouch fierce, but you rarely get opportunities to do that. You can't juggle into it. So basically the EX version is really difficult to land, which is why it never sees the light of day. And then the regular version is an activation super that turns all of his punches into throws. Unfortunately, you lose all his punches. They should have given it to him in the form of like quarter circle forward punch or something like that. And if you could combo into it, that would be swell. You actually can combo into it, but only in juggles. And you can't set up your juggles because fucking your only juggling option is stand strong, which you don't have. Whoa, finishing high school? Good fucking job, dude. Congratulations. I remember when I finished high school. I remember when I finished college. I'm a free man now. It feels so good not to have to go to high school or college anymore. I don't have to write essays or anything. I basically just go to my job and like buy video games. Minus the buying video games. And I play video games on stream. That's basically my life now. My life improved radically once I got out of school. That was too far of a dungeon. It still worked! Oh, but juggling into Oro Super is possible, even if you're not already activated. And that's like the main way to land it. The Super one. The non-EX version. But it doesn't do that much damage. It does dramatically less damage than his Tengu. And you keep Super Meter, but it's difficult to land too against any competent opponent. I finished when I was 18. You got good English if you're fucking Danish. This is gonna dizzy. Gotta guess right on a mix-up. That was odd. Makoto's tiny hurtbox saved her. The recoil caused her... She might have tried to low parry and then missed the parry but still been crouching. I have lost track of when spring break is. I've been out of college for a year now, I guess. Not quite a year because I took summer. That's a good way to land a super. Ryu does dizzy pretty quickly off of some normals. His overhead, his stand fierce, his crouch fierce, and his throw all do pretty decent dizzy. And his uppercut. So you basically have to land one of those once you have like dizzy, really high dizzy like this. Most people do it through his overhead because A, it's a mix-up, and B, fucking its dizzy is really high. You got a really good shot of landing his overhead on a near dizzy opponent. Unfortunately, that leaves the opponent dizzy standing, so they might be able to mash out. Versus like a throw dizzy. So those were the buys. Not the buys. Those were the non-buys. Matsuken versus Tominaga. This promises to be good. High Magic wins D. Yes, anti-air. Oh. He might have needed an EX to convert out of that, I'm not sure. Older Makoto or Sakura would be excellent. Bet a nickel that fucking Sakura would still wear high school gear though. Yeah. Unless that's EX. If it's EX, you have to either throw him or do another parry. Whoa, headbutt? It didn't even hit, I forgot. There's a little bit of invincibility on activation. Yeah, that delayed stand hard kick was really smart. Because she was going to go for a parry no matter what. I shouldn't say delayed stand hard kick, but stand hard kick just hits delayed. And Urian steps back, so it's difficult to throw. Dude, stop. That would be the best thing ever. I would cry if they actually did that. Tears of wet, disgusting joy. Makoto's cheap, dude. She can just dash in and throw you. Maybe throw too soon, she's not even inside yet, so fucking your throw just whiffs. See that? See how early he had to throw in order to fucking actually punish her? He had to throw while she wasn't even in range. And she happened to dash into range. I didn't know that combo was possible in this game. That's news to me. I knew it was in Street Fighter 4, but I've never ever seen anyone do it in this game. I don't know that much about the supers that people don't pick. Recently I said that Makoto Super 2 was like a fucking 2-frame grab, but it's actually a 1-frame grab. It just has very low range and it's hard to combo into. But like you can just like it is like it's a true 720. Did you play Cross Tekken Epsilon? You ever play Sakura in that game? Her combo potential was reduced somewhat, but she was still fine. She was fine in Alpha as well. What grab is that? I thought her 3S supers were SF4, Ultra 1, Ultra 2, and Super. They are. What are you talking about with grab? What we saw at the end of the last round was Karakusa, which is her normal command grab, into Stand Fierce, into Activate, into Low Strong, into Dash Punch. Oh no, Ibuki. Ibuki has a 1-frame 720. Oh yeah, it's Ibuki we're talking about. For some reason I thought we were talking about Makoto. You didn't mention Makoto in your post, I just fucking was looking at Makoto. Yeah, no, actually, it's her Ultra 1. But her supers are not the same in Third Strike. They're actually the same as her second impact ones. One of her supers in Third Strike was changed. She had like a super where she like, it's like her Ultra 2. Minus the fucking jumping, hitting into the air and throwing kunai and shit. She just kind of runs at you and does a bunch of hits to launch you. But they removed that one because it was too strong. You could combo into it and out of it from stupid shit. And into stupid shit. Ibuki in Second Impact was the most powerful character in the Street Fighter 3 trilogy. Any Final Fight character? Maki, good choice. Ibuki's Ultra 1 isn't that underused. It's really hard to land. And when you compare like that to like Ultra 2, how you can do incendiary Ultra 2s and land it off of literally almost any attack, I think Ultra 2 is much stronger almost in every matchup. Final Fight characters are technically cameo characters. Sudden would be a Final Fight character. They should bring back EDE. They'll probably use it a little bit. I made my votes. I kind of hope Adon comes back, but I don't know what his odds are. Probably not that good. The entire Final Fight cast, a lot of characters in Final Fight aren't, like... A lot of the Final Fight characters that are playable are like villains. Like Poison and fucking Hugo. Technically Final Fight characters. Sodom is a Final Fight villain. Rolanta is a Final Fight villain. Nice. Balanken's not even a Capcom character. Mare Hager. Yo, they should bring Jessica Hager. How sick would that be? Female command grab. Like she was taught by her dad, fucking who's a professional wrestler. Jessica Hager would be the best character. Cody and Jessica, Final Fight. Be the perfect representatives. I'm pretty sure in the canon of Final Fight, Jessica doesn't know how to fight. But that would be the perfect character to add. Dang, nice conversion. Hager has a small chance. Birdie is not a Final Fight character. Birdie is a Street Fighter 1 character. Yeah, but they could just rewrite it. They could just be like, oh yeah, Jessica fucking knows professional wrestling. Be easy. Hager honestly has too much in common with Geef. That's a good point, though. You mean 13 Kamis? We need like the Metal Gear Solid 4 trailer for Raiden. Only instead of like Raiden and Snake, it's Jessica and Cody. I don't know who the fuck Lucia is. Is that like Final Fight 3 shit? Why are Shotos called Shotos? The Ansatsuken is a description and not a name. The fighting style as of yet has no name. In the US, they called it Shotokan Karate, which it clearly isn't. But they've stopped using that pretty much, but the players still use it. But like Capcom used to call it Shotokan, Capcom USA. I think we should get Arthritic Cody from Final Fight Streetwise. Very difficult. Very difficult. Very difficult comeback to make. Skullomania. Skullomania is not my first or even fifth favorite character from EX. I want Darun from EX. Darun is basically Hakan. I want Pullum from EX. I want Shadowgeist before I want Skullomania. Shadowgeist is awesome. Shadowgeist is just like... He's cooler from a gameplay perspective, I feel like. Like, I like the way his tools work with each other. No one actually liked playing a Skulla. People just liked the character design. Skulla was kind of unpopular when the game was out. Almost no one played him. A lot of people played Shadowgeist, though. What the fuck? His inner EX Tatu. Oh my god, how did he choke that away? Q. Q is a character I wish would come back. Imagine if you went into a real life dojo and they were like crouch forward a little bit, and then like walk a little bit and... There are VSAV characters that could theoretically work without ruining everything. Maybe like Donovan. What does it mean to crouch forward? How do you crouch forward? Does it mean like crouch and then lean forward? The character doesn't appear to do anything. Like crouch and crouch forward are identical. Dimitri's been in crossover fighters before. He was in oh shit, hold on, was he? Yeah, he was in Capcom Fighting Evolution. Dimitri's been in crossover fighters. I think that's not even the only one. He was in SVC Chaos too, I think. No, I'm not so sure. I think he wasn't. Dimitri's a cool character though. Donham is actually probably my favorite. No, he's not my favorite, but he's like, I really like him in terms of the cast of EX. EX, what the fuck, Vampire Savior. Whoa, that was nice. That was really nice. That's a fast super you have to do. He knew he was going to parry on the ground, so we knew that was an option available to him. That was really cool. Yeah, what about jumping? Imagine jumping in a real fight. Tekken has relatively realistic jumping mechanics. Like, there are a couple attacks that cause you to leave the ground, like fucking drop kicks from King and shit. But for the most part, like, a jumping kick is just like... You don't jump very high. You don't jump over attacks or anything like that. And it takes kind of a long time. Hey, Jinzlord. Sodom could be in SF5. Who won? Oh. That wasn't even a double KO. That just didn't kill. Even on fucking Yang health. Yang health is not good, by the way. Yang has really low health. Yang's damage is about normal in this game. It's not particularly high or low. Nice. Canceling a move that was parried is a pretty strong tactic depending on your super. Dudley's Super 2, Super 3. I'm pretty sure is invincible for the first frame that is out. Bonk. I know it can be counter hit by lows, but I think it can't be counter hit in its first frame. I think it has to be counter hit like later on. But like if you do like a meaty crouch medium kick with Dudley from slightly far out, you can just stuff his wake up super. I do that sometimes. His feet are vulnerable. Yan and Yang have a good shot. They show off the London stage and then show off 2 English characters. They've already showed off the fucking China, the Hong Kong stage. How many Hong Kong characters do we really have? We got fucking Fei Long. We got Dan and we got twins. Or are the twins Chinese? I think they are, aren't they? Yeah, they're not Hong Kong. But it's like China, they showed anyway. I'm fucking up. If your opponent parries your normal and you cancel it to a command grab, is the command grab guaranteed or can they cancel the grab into a jump? I'm pretty sure the command grab is guaranteed. You can't jump out of parry freeze. You can't even enter pre-jump frames out of parry freeze. That's a really good question. From my experiences, it's guaranteed. That being said, it's not really guaranteed because when you parry an attack, you have extra frames in which to punish the opponent. So if they just do something relatively fast, they'll be able to hit you even before your cancel window rolls around. Nice. Mimora's Ken is pretty scary. Even though he's fucking in SF2, T-Hawk is not iconic. Certain characters stand out compared to others, even in the context of like the ST cast. Kami was way... Like, they knew with Kami they made something great when they made the 4 new characters in Super. They were like, oh shit, Kami's good. That's why Alpha was fucking themed around Kami. Kami was like one of the main characters of Alpha. And fucking T-Hawk, Fei Long, DJ didn't even appear until like console versions of Alpha 3. Pretty long time. Like, Chun-Li's iconic, Zangief is iconic, Ryu and Ken, Guile. I wouldn't say Dhalsim is iconic, maybe somewhat. I definitely wouldn't say Honda or Blanca are that iconic. I'm probably not Shadaloo either, maybe Bison. Maybe Sagat, probably not the other two. Zambo Tenshin. Oh, I didn't even realize. I've been recording this with YouTube Small. Can you even see the character portraits on the side? Only barely. They're there. They're not super important. Tominaga's got 3 Makotos. Mimura has Makoto, Ken, Yang. This guy posted a comment to me. I guess I'll take a look at it really fast. This may sound noobish, but I'm trying to pick up Ryu as a secondary. I'm main guy. For what I've been trying to master is uppercuts while walking back. For some reason, it's tough to do in reaction to a jump in. As an adult gamer, I love your approach to Ultra Street Fighter 4 tech. I'll think about what to say to that guy. I pretty much just do a really fast DP motion. Nothing more to it than that. And then I hold the down forward until they get deep enough, because that way I'm crouching. And then once they're deep enough, I hit punch. That's probably just going to be what I tell them. Do it really fast. Yeah, it's definitely a majority of the cast that's iconic. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't think being an ST is inherently iconic. I didn't even mention Akuma. Akuma's kind of iconic. More so than most of the ST cast, I feel like. But not as much as like Geef and Chun and Ryu and Ken. Alex is Hulk Hogan. The WrestleMania 3 entrance with Hugo and Alex. I didn't even combo. As a punish. A good little walk under there. That was cool. Makoto's answers to dive kicks are not so hot. That was a good uppercut. Makoto is hard to pick up. She's stiff. Makoto is a stiff character because of her poor walk speed and limited mobility options. Her far dash, actually, although it's really good, it makes her stiff. Black power, you mean her fucking Fukiage? With a fist in the air? No, it's not a good anti-air. Not in this game. That was a good lip parry. Ooh, that's why Fukiage is not a good anti-air. It's one of many reasons. Another reason is that it would have still lost to a dive kick there. Dive kicks are pretty strong in this game. Not enormously so, because they lose to parries. But most characters don't get a huge punish after parrying a dive kick. Or it does. See ya, Jacob Bell. Play a real character like Makoto. Play a real character like a man. I mean, good is a bit strong. It won't catch all back dashes. It catches most of them. Whoa, nice conversion. Tominaga's still in this. He saved the best for last with his Makotos. Mimura going for the mirror. Nope, never mind. He's playing his character's worst to best. That's kind of smart because it lets you get the optimal amount of download time before you pull out your main. Your main is the most potent in that context. Midi throw from Ken is incredibly stressful to attack because you could be eating an overhead, you could be eating a throw, you could be eating a leg tart combo. Even if you block, you only have a 50% chance of waking up correctly. Parrying, of course, has an even lower success rate than blocking, as it almost always does. Parrying is like blocking if more things, if you got bigger punishes upon getting it. and more things could fuck it up. I don't even just mean like your timing was wrong. That combo is really cool. Actually, let me show it off again. That's a really neat combo if you've never seen it before. Damn it. So first of all, I want to say that this literally, he died. That was a full to death combo. And Makoto has a very exact amount of meter for this combo. Like, notice he gets 2 bars by the Stand Fierce. This is the time when meter first comes into this equation. As long as you have 2 bars by the Stand Fierce. You could have 2 bars from the start of the combo. I mean, that works. But as long as you have it by the Stand Fierce, this combo works. Super. Double Fukiaga for the Dizzy. Taunt. Another super. He gets exactly enough meter to get an EX bar by this dash punch, which enables him to juggle into an EX chop. And literally, it's like a perfect amount of meter. The taunt increases the damage and also builds a little bar. It's like Makoto has exactly perfect resources to kill Shadows in the corner. Or I mean, kill Shadows with a command grab. But that was a full to death combo in a real match, which is always kind of notable. It's always kind of cool to see that. Straight up full health to straight up no health, because Makoto landed a command grab with the corner behind her with max meter. She only needs to land the command grab with at least 1.5 bars, I think. Tick throws are a very important thing for Makoto. Tick throws usually aren't super important in this game, but they're kind of hard to get out of. I mean, you can always hold up, but it's not that good. This kills? Yeah. Whiffing some crouch roundhouses for meter build. He's basically got a full bar. There it is. Super 1 is arguably better than Super 2 in this matchup, I think. Because Makoto's got a long dizzy bar, you can't do instant kill combos on her. And also, like, it's difficult to Karakusa without being Karakusa able yourself. There's some other stuff. I just remember it's kind of hard to use. If you're trying to land your Super 2, you're trying to play into a range where the opponent's Super 2 doesn't work and vice versa. Nice. Backdash to bait it. Or rather backdash to fucking punish it. That was cool. Backdash is already invincible, he just picked a good range. And he backdashed early. You can get grabbed out of backdashes without too much trouble, especially with Makoto's Karakusa, because it goes pretty far. Mario versus Vanao. I don't like Vanao's Chun-Li, but I like his other 2 characters a lot, so I'll deal. How do you feel about MMOs? I like a game you can beat. First of all, I hate any subscription-based game, so like I just despise, like I straight up hate paid MMOs. I only play free MMOs. And they need like a really fun gameplay in order for me to like them. I kind of like MapleStory because it was like 2D platforming meets an MMO. I played WoW and it was alright. I'd never get super attached to it. That was parable on reaction. Oh. I'm not even sure if that's a punish. I thought it was, but like, he didn't get it. Tominaga's still in losers, I think. Oh, he went for a crazy Chun-Li combo. If you get an air-to-air stomp in this game, you can do down towards fierce, which is a command normal she has where she swings her arms down, and it maintains a juggle state. And then you can juggle into stand roundhouse. I think some other things. There's some really cool combos. I usually... No, I don't think I've... I'm not going to say I never bought like cash shop items from MapleStory, but like I've probably bought less than $10 of cash shop through the years and years I played MapleStory. Brown starts super. That's such a bad idea. Its only weapon is that it's unexpected. I haven't played MapleStory in several years, but every now and then I go and play a private server just to remind myself. I really do like the game. It's been my microtransaction story ever since they introduced EXP cards, because everyone used those all the time because it was just too slow. The game was way too slow. MapleStory was slow even compared to fucking other MMOs. I hate slow games. That's why I hate most MMOs. If you level up slowly in an MMO, that just pisses me off to no end. If it takes too long to get your skills or fucking put your stats in. To see, if you can't see the differences between each level up, that usually pisses me off. MapleStory was ridiculously slow, but at least you got 3 stat points per level up and you could see the differences most of the time. Be like, wow, I'm a lot stronger now. Dungeon Fighter Online I never played, but it seems like the kind of game I'd really like. But I think it's already like shut down now, right? Phantasy Star Online was technically an MMO. It was like an action RPG. There was all instances. I feel like in another world, Dungeon Fighter Online would have been my shit. Oh, it's back up. I liked FF11 a little bit just because I like FF, just because I like the universe. Unfortunately, it was a subscription-based game, and thus I couldn't play it for longer than a month before I just decided I didn't like it. I didn't like subscriptions. I've said this before, but I abhor the concept of wasting money to no end. And with any subscription-based MMO, I feel like I'm wasting money as long as I'm not playing it, and it just makes playing it really stressful. It makes me overplay it. It makes me play it when I don't want to, which I don't like, and it makes me hate the times that I'm not playing it, which I don't like. I'd rather just not pay for a subscription at all. Even though it's not that much, I just fucking... It just feels like a waste of money. I don't like the idea of fucking a game that you can't pay for either. I'm surprised he went to Ryu before Oro against Dudley. Oro would be much more useful against Dudley than Ken. I don't understand the selections people make when they... Like, I don't know... What the fuck is this Dudley doing? That one's actually pretty hard for Ryu to counterpoke, though. You have to be very precise. I think that can be a punish, but it's tight. Ryu's conversions off of low forward aren't that good from a range. Nice. He released immediately to get the guaranteed dizzy, because the guaranteed dizzy was more useful there than the mix-up. Since he could kill and stuff. Sure, you can... Nice. Throwing the rose fucks up the opponent's Oki timing, which is the effect everyone knows. Or, like, it makes them deal with an additional Oki option, rather. But it's not a well-known fact among people who don't play this game. But, I know what Dungeon Fighter Online looks like. It increases the damage of Dudley's next combo. Option select, block parry. He should have done fake cross up into a low, or real cross up into a low. That fucks up the option select, block parry. Oh, that was kill. That was straight up kill. If he landed that combo and didn't fuck it up, he could have just kept the infinite going for the rest of the match. Infinite rest of the round. Alright, this is still good. Very difficult for Dudley to live here. He ended up very well. Ah, that was wrong. This is fine. Yeah. DFO stands for Dungeon Fighter Online. It's like the MMO of choice among FGC monsters. From what I've seen. I've heard Vanquish has really fun gameplay. I see people talking about that game. And like Terra. People say Terra has really fun gameplay. You want to really early stand strong on the third rep for Dudley. He's got a nice little setup here. Oh, that hit twice. Doesn't matter though. He misjudged it. That could be fatal. That could really be fatal. Yeah, like this. This is very difficult to live through. Ooh, nice red parry too. That should have been a jump in stomp. He's dead. No, he's not dead. Wake up, stand short. That button is literally only good for its speed. The damage is garbage. It leads to nothing. But it sure is good at interrupting. Yeah, super. Would have been that good there. Nice. Vindictus, huh? I liked PSO2 a lot. Dragon Nest, huh? I think I've seen that one. I think it looked cool. He got lucky. That instant overhead was kind of mistimed. He shouldn't have done the forward dash. This is like, yeah, very difficult. Very, very difficult. I might fucking stream me picking up and wiggling around in Dragon Nest to see what's going on, because that sounds kind of fun. Banao has been elimed. RIP. RIP my interest in this video. Who's next? Matsuken versus Kuni. You guys sound like MMO experts. You guys ever play Cabal Online? I like that game. I thought the skill leveling was kind of stupid, but the game apart from that I thought was really cool. I liked the music, I liked the style. The leveling was pretty fast, the quests were kind of fun. The instances were kind of fun. Not instances. I don't know what to call them. Dungeons, whatever, I don't know. That was a game I played. I played Guns and Guns too, they're both MMOs technically. Nice. Cabal with a C, actually. This isn't gonna kill, is it? Almost did. That cross up. People always bitch about MMOs going free to play. What's up with that? I feel like not taking my money is like the best thing a game could possibly do for me. I'd rather have pay to win than fucking subscriptions. I'd like infinitely rather have pay to win than subscriptions. When you think about it, pay to win is still true for subscription games. You can't even get to play the game unless you pay for it. You can only win the game if you're paying for it. People used to complain about TF2 when it went free to play. People complained about the Old Republic when it went free to play. I don't understand. My friends bitched when Dragon's Dogma Online was announced to be free to play. I was like, why the fuck would that possibly be a bad thing? I'd rather it was a free to play game. There's literally no downside in my eyes. Dragon's Dogma? If Dragon's Dogma was multiplayer, it would be the ultimate game. I would never play anything else. I got big dreams for Dragon's Dogma. Online. I hope it's localized. Although I have a sneaking suspicion it won't be. Yes, Dragon's Dogma Online is the proposed sequel. The announced sequel for Dragon's Dogma. I don't remember if it gobbled up Dragon's Dogma 2, or if it's just an, or if they're both projects in the works. Dragon's Dogma 2 was a thing, and then they announced Dragon's Dogma Online, and it's like a different game. But I don't know, I don't know how that all works. Unfortunately, Dragon's Dogma 1 apparently sold less than 100,000 copies in the US, which is absolutely garbage. Which means the chances of it being localized, even though now it's like a cult hit, the chances of it being localized are pretty low. Open your Skype, fag lord. It's an image. Inertia is the key. That's a good one. I'm gonna save that one. Oh, it was a send file, not just a share file. I already saved it. I'm pretty sure PS4 is region locked. I don't think there's anything wrong from chip from normals. I don't even think there's anything wrong with killing with chip. Street Fighter 5 looks quite intelligently designed. The only problem I have with MKX is that the way that the chip works is very anti-comeback. The way, like, you can't use armored attacks when you've got too low HP, for example. I feel like you shouldn't be able to die if you're armoring something. I feel like that would be a good change they could make. And that way matches wouldn't just be over after a point. But chip from normals is, I feel like, quite good. It forces people to not want to block shit, even more than the meter does. New and exciting ways to turtle out my opponent. That's a real thing that people want. Probably sounds like a joke to you. I kind of like turtling. I tend to play rushdown with most characters I play. But turtling can be kind of cool. More ways to make my opponent frustrated. You know what I thought was an incredibly good idea? The clapping in Guilty Gear Xrd. I don't know if it's another Guilty Gears. So there are taunts that are designed to infuriate your opponent, I guess. But then there's also, like, there's like a respectful version of taunts in that game. Where it's like, your character will clap or something like that. It'll literally just be like, wow, that was really cool. They have like a respect and a disrespect button, whereas all fighting games have previously only have disrespect buttons. I think that's a neat idea. Someone look up the current status of Dragon's Dogma 2 and or Dragon's Dogma Online. Dang. He was parrying the Akuma. That's a nice conversion. Akuma can link super off of a very far universal overhead. Akuma's kind of cool. That teleport is really useful in this matchup particularly. Usually you don't see it that much. But in this matchup it's fucking really good for getting out of Aegis reflectors. Jump in fireball into Far Stand Fierce. I think he could have gotten an uppercut there, but it looked like he was shocked that he even got a connect. I don't even know what we're talking about in the chat anymore. Despite having a PC that can play video games, I never really got into TF2. TF2 is a really weird game to me. I mean, I know it's literally just because it's free. But, like, a lot of people who I wouldn't think would play, like, arena shooters play TF2. Like, almost everyone plays TF2, it seems like. I know it's, like, a high-quality game, and I know it's free, so it makes sense. But at the same time, people who I thought had no interest in the genre whatsoever play it. It makes me wonder how a fucking free-to-play fighting game would do. Probably pretty well. Oh. A lot of people play Tekken Revolution. That's a free-to-play fighting game, isn't it? I don't even think that one's particularly well known outside the FGC. If there was like, if they made Street Fighter 5 and they made it so only like Ryu and Ken were unlocked, and then they let it so you could unlock other characters by like playing the game, or you could just like pay the price of the game to unlock the characters, I feel like that would fucking, I feel like so many people would play it. If it had like an unlock system, like a fucking MOBA. Jump in regular Tatsu. You almost never see that in this game. I like Fox and the Graped Killer Instinct. I was like, I don't care about this game, even though I kind of liked Killer Instinct on like old consoles. I was like, I don't care about Killer Instinct as long as I can't play it, because I knew I wasn't going to get an Xbox One at any point. But now it's coming out for PC, so it's like I could care about it and I could play it, but I've already worn myself out in my head. I've already conditioned myself to not caring about it. So like, it should excite me that I could play it. Nice. But it doesn't. But like, I'm aware that it should. I mean, it's okay to have people who wouldn't want to play anything but Ken and Ryu. That's not a bad thing. Capcom wouldn't be able to make money on those people. Unless through like fucking cosmetic options or some shit. If you could unlock DLC characters through in-game like stuff, like getting enough wins or something like that, that would solve a lot of the problems people have with like DLC characters in fighting games. People complaining that fucking Karate and EXKyo and EXIORI happen to be 3 of the top tiers in KO13, and also the only 3 paid characters. That was supposed to be a stand strong cancel to a tackle or something, I imagine, but he missed his cancel. Maybe a headbutt. I think a stand strong at the EX tackle would have killed, so that's what he should have done. Now we got some Tominaga. I have not played Hero Siege, I've never even heard of it. That's an interesting way to correct your typo. Unlimited. It's a very interesting way to correct your typo. When you're not wearing a shirt and you're sitting in a leather chair, and then you lean forward, and your back peels off from the chair. That feel. That was the EX super, that was good. Oh, he should not have stood up. He should have kept crouching as long as he could. You can go from full crouch to a standing parry if you've got like a mirror above you. You can go to neutral and then parry before you return to a full stand animation. You got lucky you didn't get hit by that mirror. My friends were really into PlanetSide for a while, then they stopped talking about it, I presume because they started playing. And then there was nothing to talk about. I guess I'll click on this. Hero Siege. This is a weird looking game. It looks kind of fun, I guess. I forget that like Steam games are like the successor to like Game Boy Advance games. Steam games are the place where you can find like fucking top-down. I don't even know what to call that genre. Action games. Action's as close as I can get. Dang, grab him. I shouldn't say PC games, I should say fucking Steam games. I should say fucking Steam indie games. Or like small dev games. The kinds of games that don't launch for full price. I was looking at that, I was like, this looks like the kind of game I would play on GBA. Only more modern. This looks like Shining Soul, but more modern. That reminds me, I've got some Steam games. I've got like a Steam backlog that I need to start working on pretty soon. I'll have my putt-putt stream pretty soon, probably. I gotta travel through time as putt-putt. I've never played that game. I only ever played putt-putt goes to Mars and putt-putt saves the zoo. AA games, yeah. Remember Spy Fox? I used to love that shit. Remember Pajama Sam? Remember Jumpstart? Oh, it goes to the moon? Oh, I was thinking of Commander Keen. The first Commander Keen game is Mission to Mars. I fucked up. This putt-putt saves the zoo, I remember, because of the catchy tune. This Yuri needs that meter really bad, but also he needs to not die. Nice. Urian's hurtbox is enormous. Putt-putt is in fact the purple car. Interesting mirror. Very odd decision to put that on the screen. Chesto. It's a weird option select the X uppercut there, or maybe just a cancel. I suppose I will click on this link. I won't watch it yet. Oroshi. Pink Ryu. Freddy Fish. How did I not mention that? There were like others too. Freddy Fish and Putt Putt and Spy Fox are the ones I particularly remember. Good convert. Is that close enough? It is. I always misjudge the range. I always think it has to be closer. But actually it works from quite far away. Anyone ever played Chip's Challenge? Does anyone remember that game but me? Whoa, he got the corner there. That was lucky for him. I've had that happen with my attacks too. Every now and then you get an attack that throws the character the wrong way because it hits at a very unusual angle. Sometimes they get like an anti-air stand strong as Oro, and then I do stand roundhouse and it like hits way under them. They like land on the hitbox and it throws them in the opposite direction. Remember Stop and Swap? Remember that shit? Whoa, sick convert. L is real 2041. Anyone remember that? Or is it 2104? I think it's 2401. I don't remember the numbers. I remember the numbers, I don't remember the order. Remember when Strong Bad said the paper would be replaced? And then they actually made it to that email and then they replaced the paper. Anyone remember Homestar? I remember Homestar. The X Firewall? What the fuck? Was that an error? EX Fireball knocks down and it makes the super follow-up knock down, like Fallout. That's a really weird mistake to make. Normally you do either EX Fireball if you don't have a super bar, or Fireball Super if you have a super bar. So I'm guessing that he's just got a little confused. But that's Matsuken. He plays Ken so much, and he's been playing Ken since 1999. Maybe before that. He's been playing Third Strike Ken since 1999. Tominaga gets his run back. He made it. Makotos tend to do really well in this fucking tournament. I shouldn't say in this tournament. Makotos tend to do really well in general. I've said it before, but I think Makoto is the most rewarded character for making guesses of any character in this game. Barring perhaps Oro. The thing about Oro is that he's theoretically rewarded the most for getting a parry of any character in this game. But you can't just parry anything. You have to parry certain attacks to get a stand strong. Like, you can't parry a poke and get a stand strong. And granted, Makoto can't parry a poke and get a Karakusa, but Makoto's ranges where she can convert are better than Oro's. And Makoto has the ability to convert off of a command grab in addition to a parry. And Oro lacks a command grab. Oro has something that's kind of like a command grab that can be blocked. Hovering over Necro like he's an option. Young. I don't like this tournament format as much. It's kind of cool, but you don't get as much like different players. And I like all the players that are here. I like watching Mimura, I like watching Tominaga, I like watching Banao a lot. But I also like variety. You get him? Ah, they both missed each other. That was odd. I didn't know if she was immune to command grabs or not. That's kind of cool. I've got to keep an eye on the clock, since my phone normally is my alarm, and my phone is currently kill. Where were you when John was kill? When John Lennon was kill? My phone rings. John is kill. No. Brady stole that from Makoto. Get out of here. Makoto was the original fighting game character to turn red. That was pretty cool. Cross up EX Tatu into dash in light DP. Who was the first fighting game character to turn red? Oh yeah, Scorpion when they designed Ermac. Hey, bottom feeder. You turned red as player 2 in Street Fighter 1. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I guess Chameleon would turn red, right? No, just his name would turn red. There it is. That link didn't even kill. Jump short, huh? Nice and fast. Nice fast button. I think I recovers really fast when parried too, so he would have been able to come down with another normal on parry. Tominaga looking to reset shit. Angry Tominaga. Literally angry Tominaga. He's fucking picking Super 3. I don't know why they didn't fucking ever bring back Chameleon or also Chameleon with a K. Street Fighter 1's one of the earliest fighting games. There were like shreds of fighting games before Street Fighter 1. I don't know what the earliest fighting game was. I remember in no. What's that game? No. Double Dragon. At the end of Double Dragon, if there were 2 of you alive, there was only one girlfriend. So you had to fight each other to determine who got the girlfriend. That was a car taunt. Swag. They picked a Super 3 mirror. That's pretty funny anyway. Did he just go neutral? Disrespect. Nice. Karate Champ. That's a very early fighting game. Bafting. I assume there's going to be a bracket reset here if Tominaga happens to win. Although I'm not sure because Japanese tournaments are usually stupid as fuck. And they don't know how to do shit. Japanese people suck at fucking tournament brackets. They don't understand. Double elims weren't a thing until Americans introduced double elims. Same with 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 wasn't a thing until Americans introduced it. And then we brought over round robins and that shit. All the different kinds of having tournaments. I think they already had round robins in Japan. I think that was already a concept. For a very long time, Japanese fighting game tournaments were best of 1 single elim. And people would just train for a year and then show up to SBO and be fucking go 2 rounds and they'd just be done. And there'd be very little footage left over from the end of the tournament. It's like all of SBO you could watch in like an hour. For a particular game, that is.
これでライフがお互い1ですか？
そうですね。
はい。こっからが真の決勝戦のスタートですね。はい。
これがグランドファイナル。
さあ富永さんは丹田誠が先鋒ですね。
はい。
三村ヤン。
三村はエセを迷ってるのか、天心選球台。
1人目は一応さっきと一緒っていうことですね。
はい。さんがリーチだが、これは前ブロー。下がり、中心東路山。逆に一気に攻め立てていく。三村、これはあれでもしかし、きっちりと裏を落として、ここは
I got slightly distracted by my mom coming in, and then we had a brief conversation about my cell phone, which is dead.
気に持っていった逆転。さあ、三村が一段取って、空対空。
端攻めが誠きついんですよね、ヤンの。
端攻め。
一回これで端でこけちゃうと、
はい。
なかなか無傷で逃げることが難しいくらい。
The thing about SBO is that because it was only one round, people would like try and focus on bringing out their crazy shit as soon as possible, since they only had one chance to do it.
それに対して下がり下ブロ中足みたいなのがめっちゃ強くて、
なるほど。
People would put out all the stops and play for keeps, which they don't always do in American tournaments.
ヤンを苦手としてるんですよね。
おっと、これは早かった。
ヤンぎこちないですね。
打中投げ入って。
The Japanese FGC has grown a lot, as well as the American one.
さあ今度は先鋒戦を三村が制して、中堅で出てくるのはおそらく聖中でしょう。
聖中戦でしょうね。
さあ予想通り聖中誠が中堅で出てきますね。
はい。三村は、ヤン、天心選球台。
そうですね、天心のまんまですね。まあ、基本的にやること変わんないですけどね、別に相手の SA に限らず。ヤンはもうやるしかないんで。
Yeah, we can do another movie night. Can't promise when it'll be. Probably one day that my work gets out really early or is canceled or something like that, we'll have a movie night. I gotta double check my schedule. I'm gonna do that today. It's Monday, so like I can find out my new schedule. It gets updated on Mondays.
これね結構怖いんですよね。なんかもういきなり選球台ぶっ放されて当たったりすると始まるんで。
マナオさんのよくある
得意な
パターンですよね。
Short forward is an anti-parrying tool. That's interesting.
上を見ながら歩き近中継ができて、でかつ振ると変に走ったりするとローが
Anti-air short forward roundhouse is very interesting.
座り苦しくなるんですよ。ただ誠が
Ouch.
が向かって相模中パン颯と大木が
Tominaga is angry. He wants the kill.
バリアのように。
Mimura never should have picked Super 3 against him as Makoto. That will be the mistake he takes to his grave. Tominaga is fixing to win this whole thing, I can tell. The shark that is Tominaga smelled blood in the water. And now he is in a feeding frenzy. And he's going to drop these 6 characters that he needs to drop in order to win. And he's already dropped 4 of them.
ワンチャンこれ三村の剣見立てもありえるぐらいは強いんで、
ですよね。
変に調子乗っ
I wonder if I put my SIM card into my new phone, it'll still have my contacts? Or what? Are contacts saved on a SIM card? How does that work? Or are they just saved on the phone's memory? Or what? SIM cards even have memory?
荒木さんこれは一旦十分ですね。
There's not that much to replace on my phone. I mostly used it like an update machine. I mostly just have to like reinstall like YouTube and Reddit apps and stuff. I'm gonna be sad if I lose all my contacts though. No, I might have saved them onto Google.
これは空中竜巻を使った裏でしたね。
When you hook up your phone to Google, I think it like asks if you want to save contacts from the phone to Google. Google's pretty chill. Yeah, I got the PM you sent me on Twitch. I read it just recently. Asking about lessons, right? This might surprise you, but I actually offer lessons. And I already did before you asked. I have no fixed price. The price is whatever it means to you. The honest truth is that I would give lessons for free. So depending on how much it helps you, you can just be like, that was nice, Baf. Here's $20 dues. Or you could be like, that was nice, Baf. Here's $1 due.
荒木さん今のはエン
You could lie. It's honor system. You could be like, that wasn't really helpful at all, even though it was helpful.
7フレですからね。グレーなとこ
If it was, in fact, helpful.
荒木さんがきっちりと埋まっていた。
We honor system.
富永がコマ的には2対1で有利。ダッシュ、荒木さん。
I played with you, Cookie. Haven't I? Is your like PC broken or something? There it is. Save up to fix my desktop. My fucking cat is here and he's hungry.
投げる
Nageru! I told you, dude. Tominaga smells blood.
富永リーチ。
I haven't had a PC break in a little while. Ever since like I started building PCs, it's like only individual little parts of PCs ever break. And of course it can render the entire PC non-functional, like when my hard drive fried or when my graphics card broke and shit like that.
中盤。富永。
But it's usually pretty quick and easy to replace.
富永が P で取って、わかんないですね。 ダッシュはともになかなか通らないんですけど、それでもやっぱりどっかに心の隙間が生まれてしまうのがね、この誠のダッシュでしょう。
Damn, forward dash on the back dash. Ah, these frame traps. The opponent had a high pressure to jump out of a throw in that context. It was just jab strong, jab strong, jab strong.
置いてあった勝った富永さんが一番びっくりしている。
Tominaga ran a train. How long is this one?